James, congratulations.
Yeah,
Off and
cheers.
running here at the Betfred World Matchplay. How would you sum that performance up?
Reserved, nervous. Probably should have done a little bit more, a little bit quicker. But you know, we're all good, and I'm happy, and everything's great.
We know this is your favourite venue. Do you still get the same buzz walking back through here after all these years?
I tell you what, this year's the first year I've ever felt a little bit subdued and a little bit relaxed. But you know, I looked at that game there. I just thought, come on, just pummel him, and I couldn't. I didn't have it in me, but I just did the right things at the right time.
Last Pro Tour, you gave yourself a little bit of work to do and almost didn't make it. Was there extra pressure on that block of Pro Tours to make sure that you were here?
You know, if anyone believes that my ability and my how I am as a player should be on the last things and the last cusps, should be where it was and how it was, then I can't alter that opinion or view. But you know, as I've said a million times, and I'm bored everyone to death, I wasn't very well. I haven't been very well for a long time. I've only just got over it pretty much. I was number 3 in the world up until 2.5 years ago, 2 years ago, whatever it was. You know, there's a lot of things that go on behind scenes that people don't see. We all suffer. And you know, it's not been a clear-cut thing with what you see with my rankings and how I am. I don't believe I've played particularly bad for the last 18 months. For the last 3 or 4 months, I definitely haven't played bad. You know, there's been a lot of players that have had the rub of the green, but you've also got to create the rub of the green, and you know, and I haven't done that. But yeah, I believe I haven't played bad at all for probably 3 months. I'm sure you want for stats and stuff. You know, they haven't been amazing, but I guarantee you my stats have been a little bit better, a little bit better than people that have won things and progressed latter stages of tournaments.
James, thank you very much.
Come on, you've got to come back with it.
I don't know, I haven't got them to hand, so I can't.
No, you wouldn't, would you?
James,
thank you. Oh, sorry.
how important was it for you to be here? How much of a priority was it to be here?
It was, yeah, it was massively important. You know, I shouldn't have put myself in the position. You know, and you know, unfortunately, 31 players played far better than I did. So, you know, I was very fortunate to get through to the last one. So I did just enough at the right times, which was really lucky. And yeah, I'm happy to be through.
Do you feel any pressure of getting to these tournaments, or is it not something
Of course,
you think about?
yeah, of course I feel pressure. But as I just said to Phil, you know, there's no way on this God-given earth that I haven't played better than a lot of people that are in the tournament and sealed in the tournament. You know, Phil didn't have an answer there, did you? And you know damn well how I've been playing.
You've been playing very well.
You know I've been averaging 100 more games, and maybe not more games than not, but you know, I've been playing quite well. You know, and there's been a lot of players that have not been playing so well and having lots of luck. But then that comes down to not earning your respect off of other players, and I haven't earned respect off other players, and that's what it comes down to.
You think over the last 6 months, what do you think an accurate reflection of your sort of ranking would be in the world of darts?
I still believe I'm good enough to be in the top 10. You know, and I haven't been doing enough. You know, we'll see where I am in 24 months' time. You know, I love people that are critics, and I love people. You know, in darts, there's categories, and there's this big ball of darts and players that are. I've got to be careful how I word this. There's a safe haven of a whole round of players, and I'm not in that haven. I need to earn my right to be along my own self in that haven. Things and darts go in hand with people that are doing it's a hard thing to explain without being personal, because I'm not being personal. Basically, there's a group of players that are looked after very, very well, and they are invited and they have the invitation, whereas a lot of other players haven't got that. You know, and you need to just grow on that, and you need to do what you need to do. Phil put his head down as I said that, so Phil hasn't got any more to say about that, I'm sure.
Why do you not feel you're a part of that?
Because you need to be part of that crew and that thing, and I think I don't mean in a rude way, Phil. I think you could probably answer that probably better than I could. Unless you're under a certain management or organisation, you can't be part of that. So for someone like myself that aren't part of that, I have to work a little bit harder, and I have to earn myself rather than be given myself. I think that's right, and I don't think that's a rude, Phil. I don't think that's a rude way of saying what I'm saying.
I'm not sure, to be fair.
No, you wouldn't be.
Not about him.
James?
No. I asked his opinion on it, because that's quite a hard thing to delegate for someone like myself. I'm not very good at delegating things, and there's some wonderful players, and perhaps at times I think part of a team's great. You know, you need to be part of a team, and unfortunately, I'm not part of that team, and being part of that team is a wonderful thing.
James, I'm glad to hear that you are doing better after not being well.
Yeah.
Is that sort of getting behind you, does it give you real confidence that in the back end of the year
No.
with a lot of majors that you can really...
Yeah, the one thing I am quite lucky of, I've won quite a few tournaments, and I've been present in latter stages of tournaments, and I feel you know I feel that I got away with a lot of sins on that game, you know, because let's be honest, that wasn't how he plays, you know, and I was very, very lucky that he didn't hit the right doubles at the right time and the wrong scores at the wrong time. So, you know, I was really lucky, but, you know, I'm due a bit of luck, I think, because I've had some quite rotten luck, I think.
You said that you came into the tournament feeling quite subdued, but is that necessarily a bad thing?
I come into the tournament feeling like... I just wanted to win a game, you know, and I've probably lost out of the last 3 or 4 games here. I've probably lost two of them definitely when I perhaps shouldn't have, but you know they were the better players, and this time I had a lot of luck, and that paid off in my favour.
Now that you've got that win, that first win in this tournament, does that just ease the pressure a little bit moving on?
Of course it does, you know. Of course it does, you know. It's a bit like yourself when you did your first interview. You know, after you got the first one over and done with, it releases you, and you feel a little bit relaxed, and you feel a little bit more, you know, free.
James, well done on the win.
Thank you very much.
James, obviously you've come into this tournament getting the last spot, and there was that potential of missing out
Yeah.
constantly. Do you think now with that stellar performance, you think now you can climb back up into rankings and you can see where you was 2 years ago?
If you think I can't, sorry, that was quite personal. I believe I will climb up in the rankings. You know, I've got, as I said about earlier things, you know, I've got quite a few things against me, but you know, I believe if I play well, I will climb up the rankings. You know, I've had a lot of unfortunate luck, but as I said earlier on, you create your own luck in darts, and as much as people want to say, oh, I've been unlucky, you have to create your own luck, and you know, and I haven't created quite enough, but I believe I'm coming out the other side of it, and I believe it's all right, you know. Yeah.
Again, it was a great performance.
Thank you.
I would say a classic,
Steady.
A classic James Wade performance.
Yeah,
Fans that
yeah.
used to know the old James Wade,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
young James Wade. Do you think now, after your illness and your recovery, you're going, I remember that person, and
Yeah.
you're going to go back into that?
No, I never recover from what I mean. Everyone always goes back to mental state of how I am, you know, and it wasn't mental state that had quite a bad reflect on my game. It was physical state, and it is what it is, you know. And I think I paid the ultimate price for being a bit of a silly boy. I love the party life, and you know, yeah, but probably me a little bit more than others. But yeah, it is what it is, and I've moved forwards. Yeah, it is what it is.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.